Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to talk about what are nested and repeated fields in BigQuery, why we use them, and how we use them. Let's dive in. Nested field is defined as struct, and it's like an object contains attributes in key value pairs. For example, address can be defined as an struct field which contains street, city, province, and postcode. Repeated field is defined as array. It is a collection of elements of the same data type. You can define an array of integers or an array of structs. Before we talk about why we want to use nested and repeated fields, let's first look at what is normalization and denormalization. In relational database, we normally organize data in tables and setting up relationships between them to eliminate redundancy. This process is called normalization. For example, we can have employee table to store basic information about employee, and another employee contact table to store employee phone numbers. Since employees can have more than one phone number, if we keep them in one table, we will need to repeat other employee fields. Denormalization is the inverse process of normalization. BigQuery performs best when your data is denormalized. A repeated, nested field is an efficient way to store denormalized data. They can maintain relationships without the performance impact of preserving a relational normalized schema. Now let's look at how we define struct and array. We define phone numbers as an array by using array as the keyword. We define address as a struct by using struct as the keyword. It contains fields of street, city, province, and postcode. You can see the data type of phone number and address is record, and since phone numbers is an array, the mode is repeated. Let's insert some sample data to the table. You can access struct by column name, .field name, and filtering by individual field or the whole column struct. Let's see some example of struct. The with clause is a clean way to define subquery, and you can refer in later queries. In this with clause, we select to address struct, and then in main query, we select postcodes from it. You have quite a few ways to construct an array, using brackets, using array function, array ag function, and a few functions to generate numeric or data type arrays. Let's see some examples of constructing arrays. In this example, we make an array consists of doubled values from original array and only choose value less than 6 from the original array. You can see the values in new array is doubled, and only the elements that are less than 6 in original array are used for constructing new array. In this example, we group by category and aggregate values to an array for each category. In this example, we generate integer arrays by specifying start end expressions and step expressing using generate array function. The default step is 1. You can specify negative value for step which will generate data from big value to small value. This example is to generate dates array. This example is to generate timestamps array. Now let's look at how you accessing array elements. You can use offset, which is 0 based offset, or use ordinal, which is 1 based offset. You could also use safe offset, which will return null instead of throw error when the index is out of bound. Let's see these example executed in BigQuery. If you want to flatten an array, you will use a nest function like this. The width offset is optional, which will return the offset of the elements in the array. When you want to filtering an array, you can use functions like in, not in, and exists. This example will select arrays contains value 8. This example will select arrays contains value greater than 5. The last two arrays will be selected. Here's the summary of the other useful array functions. Let's see some examples. This example aggregate an employee's phone numbers and then concatenates them to an array. This example concatenate arrays into one single array. We can also concatenate string array elements to a string like this. Null values will be ignored if you didn't specify the replacement for null values. Array reverse will return the array with elements in reversed order. Now let's see some examples working with array with the employee table. This shows how we can get employees' home phone number only. You will cross-join a nest phone numbers, which is an array, and then filter on its type field. You can replace cross-join with a comma, which defaults to be a cross-join. Now let's see how you can update array. You can't update individual elements like these. If you want to add an element to the array, you will do like this to select existing elements and union the new element. Or you can use array concat function to add a new element. This is how you can update the emergency phone number. We use if function to check if the type is emergency. If so, replace with new number. This is how you delete emergency phone number. You just reset phone numbers array with the select which filters out type that equals emergency. As of today, array of arrays is not supported directly in BigQuery. But you could create an array of structs and each struct containing a field of an array like this. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like it and subscribe my channel to see more. See you next time.